CIRT is a critical incident response team here on campus at Texas A&M. It helps parents and family members through crises on campus. Our staff members are on call, helping anything on campus. And when we talk about CIRT, we talk about the caring piece. Because of the core values at Texas A&M, and especially the caring we have for each and every student on our campus, CIRT is very easily tied into those core values.
You never know what you're going to get when you walk into a hospital room, but for most of these students, this is their worst day.
While on CIRT, you can get a variety of different calls. So calls can range from alcohol overdose, intoxication, bicycle accidents, car accidents, students in mental health crisis, attempted suicides, also student deaths. We get notified for student deaths as well.
They are the primary point of contact when a tragedy or an incident happens.
We are here when you need it, and knowing that there's someone on campus that cares about you and wants to support you to get you back on your feet.
Between Baylor Scott & White and the university, the CIRT team can connect the students with the multitude of resources that are offered through Texas A&M. They can get them with counseling services, therapists, the list goes on and on and on. And the CIRT team knows the resources best. So they're who we connect the student with and can connect them to what's available for them as a student.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I have a daughter who goes to Texas A&M, and she had a medical emergency, and CIRT was here to help me through the emergency. I live about 2 hours away from College Station, so when the emergency happened, obviously I wasn't here, and I didn't get a phone call from the hospital until several hours after. And CIRT was at the hospital in the emergency room with my daughter.
We were both on a trip with a lot of other Texas A&M students, and there was a tragic accident that resulted in a fellow student passing away.
Yeah, when I came back, school was the last thing on my mind. I had all my finals that week. So that was definitely a struggle. So then that's when I talked to Natalie, and she recommended that I go to CIRT.
I had talked through my feelings and kind of everything after the trip with my parents, my friends, but none of them could do anything about my classes. It was a little bit overwhelming even to ask for help from all my separate professors. So kind of having one person help me tell everyone was really, really nice. And it was someone that had the authority to vouch for me when I couldn't really advocate for myself in that moment.
When I first interacted with CIRT, I was helping out a freshman friend of mine who was going through a really tough time, and after the university was contacted and we had to go to the hospital, I thought I was going to have to spend the entire hospital visit kind of helping and supporting my friend alone, and then someone from the CIRT team showed up and kind of supported me through that really scary incident, along with supporting my friend who needed the help in the first place. I think if CIRT had not shown up, it would have been a much more emotional, traumatic experience for everyone involved, notwithstanding. So I think CIRT helped keep it as contained as possible and make an already difficult incident not get more difficult.
When I first went to CIRT, I felt like it was just a huge family there for me, and then it was the Aggie family coming together to help the fellow students.
CIRT is the part of Texas A&M you don't want to know about, because if you have to use it, something has gone wrong. And so what I think it allows us to do, though, is really step in and show how committed we are to our institutional values, to who we say we are. And this is our opportunity to step in and do that.
International students that we have coming here and moving thousands of miles away, it gives I think the family reassurance to know that we have CIRT here.
The only thing that I really have to say is thank you. You know, it's a service that supports us, so Baylor Scott & White, we can take care of the people.
I don't know where I would be without CIRT, so I really want to thank you guys so much for everything that you do, and it was a big relief for me, and it's helped me to get where I am today.
I want to say thank you to CIRT for supporting me and my friend in what would have been an extremely difficult time. Without them, I wouldn't have felt the love and spirit of the Aggie family in that darkness, and I couldn't have made it through that situation without them.
I think A&M is one of the only universities that has this program. I've only worked here in the Brazos Valley, so I've always known CIRT as an option. So I can't imagine what it would be like in a hospital, a big university, and you have a student. How do you connect the dots there?
When CIRT was founded, the university looked very different. We are now probably at least a third larger, over 76,000 students. And with that comes an increase in demand for our CIRT team. We have more students on campus, therefore more students could be in crisis. And what we've also noticed in recent years is that those crises become a lot more complex, having multiple layers to it. So the support and the resourcing for CIRT to be able to enter that next phase of what it could be is incredibly important, that we secure the resources that ultimately allow us to be more responsive and grow this team and the resource for our campus community. Things like CIRT are incredibly important for us to maintain our identity of who we want to be as Texas A&M. In a ever-crowded field of higher education, institutions like A&M have to look for ways to differentiate themselves, and we do that obviously through our traditions, our unique culture here. And those values that really drive the reason why CIRT exists, I think, are what make us unique. So CIRT is, I think, important for an A&M to remain in the Texas A&M because it is, again, those values put into action. Well, I know I speak on behalf of the entire Vice President's office when I say thank you to these volunteers that go above and beyond their already very busy and taxing jobs to serve our students in this way. It's what makes this place special, and it's the reason that we all show up day to day is to work alongside colleagues that are willing to do this work.